Alrighty, I'm here for another day, and I just wanted to talk about television media. Last time I was in Vancouver, Canada, I was walking around at about 6:30 at night. Damn it! Look at this. It's my coronavirus. I was blowing my nose, and I got some of that. It's toilet paper. It's the stuff people are hoarding. You can't buy toilet paper. That's why, because it's stuck on my mustache. Just a little bit. So I was in Vancouver, Canada. It was about 6:30 p.m. And I don't know if you've ever been to Vancouver, Canada. It is the city of towers. There are glass towers everywhere. That's where people live, in enormous condominium towers. And anyway, I'm walking around and I'm looking at the towers, and you can see in because it's all glass windows. And I'm looking in, and all I can see is in everyone's little apartment, they've got the TV news on. And it's the same TV news guy in every apartment or every condominium in these towers in Vancouver. In other words, it's 6:30 and the sheeple are watching the news. What does it mean? Well, it is the best form of mind control ever invented. Like trained sheep, the people turn on the news after they have supper, and the same guy comes on and tells them the truth. Duck and dive time, duck and dive. Why are we ducking and diving? Well, this was exactly what was described to us by the great author George Orwell in his book 1984, when the television would be your best friend, Big Brother, and they would tell you the truth. So if you go to Vancouver, you're going to have a bunch of brainwashed people. They all believe the same thing because they all watch the same news guy at 6:30 p.m. And if that's not enough, you walk around the streets of Vancouver and the local paper has got a news box on every corner. So you get to see the headline and the picture of the mainstream news again. When I was young, I didn't think any problem at all. It's the news, and it's easy to pick up the newspaper, and I love to read the newspaper. Looking back, I see nothing but mind control, because you can't escape the fact that you are being mind controlled. Now, some people get this point. Some people get the point, and I've kind of gone through, how do I feel about this? And at first it's like, is this for real? This is one of those. You're a conspiracy. You're an Alex Jones kind of guy. It's conspiracy theory. I don't want to hear it. Go away. Go away. Go away. But you have to do this exercise. You got to go to a big city where everyone lives in towers and go for a walk in one of these neighborhoods with towers, like Vancouver, Canada, and at between 6 and 7 o'clock, walk around and look into everyone's living room and see that I'm not lying to you. They're all watching Mind Control Hour. And what exactly is it that the mind-controlled newscaster is telling all of the sheeple? Why do we call them sheeple? Well, this is an old term, and that's been around a long time. Instead of people, they're sheeple because they're led around by a sheep herder, the newscaster. And what is the newscaster selling? Um, mostly bad news, a lot of bad news, frustrating news. Um, it's always primary. Usually, sometimes they have one good news story, but it's mostly bad news, way outnumbered by bad news every night. Car crashes, political upheavals, threats of war, threats of disease, talking heads that say we have to take more freedoms away from the people in order to control political problems, disease problems, all the problems. We've got to take away your rights. You've got to have Big Brother look after you. And in the meantime, the commercials come on. It's usually big pharmaceutical companies telling you about this horrible disease that you're bound to get. And this is our cure for it, a very expensive pharmaceutical drug. And then in the small print, it's always lots of fine print that says, well, at the very best, you're just going to end up with diarrhea from our pill. At the very worst, you're probably going to go to the insane asylum. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. You'll remember the Lord of the Rings movies based upon the novel. And what was it all about? It was one evil entity that had the one ring that controlled all the rings. One ring to control them all. What is the one ring today? It's the media circus. It's the small number of corporations that run the media, that tell you what to believe, that tell you what is the truth. And it's free. You just have to turn on your news at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so what's the end result of this? Well, the one ring that controlled them all in Lord of the Rings was held by an evil entity from Mordor, Mount Doom. And the one ring today is the media circus. And who do they serve? Well, they're owned by the Illuminati. In other words, the vast billionaires own the media that are mind controlling you. And what did they tell you? Lies, made up false flags. They have crisis actors and they have talking heads. It's all the same. And what they want you to do is believe them. They are a great believer in the big lie, which was promulgated by Adolf Hitler and his propaganda minister, Joseph Goebbels, in World War II, Nazi Germany. The big lie. You just keep telling the biggest lie you can, and you tell it enough times, and people will believe it. How do you think he got Germany, all the German people, to turn into Nazi Germany? It was propaganda backed up by stormtroopers, the Gestapo. What exactly do corporations want? They want you to buy. Consumerism, because that's how they make their money. What else? They know that people, this is like sales business 101. People don't buy things based upon their rational mind. If you want someone to buy, you got to get them emotionally involved. So that's what they're selling you, emotion, which is energy and motion. And if you take any business course on marketing, you know sex sells, fear sells. These are the main ways that we are sold products. There's a new car. Well, they put a gorgeous woman next to it to make it look sexy. Have you seen the commercial for shingles? It goes, "Did you have chicken pox when you were young? Did you know that it can come back when you're older?" And then they show somebody with lifting up their shirt and they got a horrible red rash. This is shingles. It's horrible. So they've used the element of fear. In other words, you could get this. And then they've got a solution. But you can take a little blue pill forever, one a day forever, and you won't get shingles. Clinical studies say, most people didn't get shingles, maybe some of them, but, anyway, the whole point is they show you this horrible disease and they say, all you got to do is take this pill and, maybe your insurance will pay for it, or maybe it's a small copay, or maybe, I don't want to tell you that maybe it's not covered. But they want you to buy the pharmaceutical because they are convincing you you're going to get it. And you better tell all your friends and all your family and get them all taking these one-a-day pills. Until you're a hypochondriac, you open your medicine cabinet in the morning and you've got to take a dozen pills. So you've been hoodwinked into buying all of these pills. Because you do. You go, I know, I've got these pills. And I don't know what to do because, can I stop taking these pills? I mean, I know they're selling me a bill of goods. I know it. But another level, it might be like, maybe it's helping me. My doctor tells me I got to keep taking these pills. Why did I go to the doctor about this? Oh, well, mainstream news said it was a new disease and I had to go get checked. And now I'm, I don't know what to do because I did go and the doctor did say, yes, you've got that problem and you need to take this. And then they do regular testing. I get blood work done and it's all better now. And he said it was not too good and when I first went in. And we changed pills several times and now it's under control. Sure, I have to spend a lot of money every month on my drug bill, but isn't it worth it? Except that I know what you're saying is true because, I'm in sales and I know we use these fear tactics. And, if I'm a woman and I'm selling cars, I often, wear these shirts that go way down to my boobs so men can see my boobs. And they do come because I've got big boobs. And if I show them off, men will come and they'll buy from me because I've got big boobs. Sex sells. But I don't want to get taken in by sex sells and, fear mongering, the fear pitch. But I think I've been sucked in. What the hell am I going to do now? Please subscribe and I'll give you some more videos about what you can do once you realize you've been hoodwinked and suckered by big mass marketing companies.